Hands behind your back. I have 2 in custody.
Hi, I'm Johnny Knoxville, and welcome to this YouTube channel targeted at kids. There's this YouTuber that I recently found who has over 30 million subscribers across all of his channels, and many of his videos are fairly problematic. I've yet to see anybody talk about him, so as far as I can tell, all of this is going to be new information. As you saw, the channel's name is Unspeakable. The main guy's name is Nathan. It seems like he makes most of his videos with his 2 friends whose names I keep forgetting, my apologies. As we dive into his content, it'll quickly become clear that his audience is mostly targeted at kids. I mean, he was even nominated for a Kids' Choice Award. He's also been in some other Nickelodeon projects, along with this reality show with Preston and ZHC. I haven't seen it myself, but I'm sure it's amazing. If you guys want a review on the full show one day, then let me know. Unfortunately, I oftentimes think Unspeakable is not a good influence on them. From polluting a lake, to dangerous stunts, to putting others in danger, to promoting a gaming website potentially filled with viruses. Alright, we got our work cut out for us today. Before we begin, I want to say I'm not trying to cancel, deplatform, or send hate to Unspeakable. I don't personally hate him or anybody on his team. I just think a lot of his videos are problematic and should be addressed. Please do not go out and send hate to him or harass him in any way. That's all. Today we're going to look at 9 of his videos, 8 of which are his most recent videos, so you cannot say I cherry-picked any of these examples. As you know from the title, I'm calling this guy a Mr. Beast clone. At first I thought he was someone who just adopted Mr. Beast's style of videos, and in my opinion doing that alone is fine. But the more I looked at his channel, the more I went, this looks familiar. You know, I think I've seen that one before. Let's start by watching the oldest video we're going to be looking at today, that being 3 months old. I picked this one in particular because it's clearly heavily inspired by Mr. Beast, to say the least. So this will be a good video to compare and contrast with Mr. Beast videos. And this video has some dangerous moments in it, and I'm shocked they left some of these in. So in these Mr. Beast videos, Jimmy runs away from someone who is trying to catch him and claim the prize money. But to make it fair, Jimmy has a GPS tracker on him at all times. And this is the same premise as the Unspeakable video. In the Mr. Beast videos, you know Mr. Beast isn't really running for his life. He's obviously trying to make a good YouTube video first and foremost. The videos are basically Jimmy going to elaborate location and running away in unique ways. The tension comes from the possibility of Jimmy making a mistake at any moment, or the people chasing doing something creative to catch up. And as far as I know, Jimmy has a very good, if not flawless, reputation of never faking his videos, so I'm sure that these videos are real. Meanwhile, Unspeakable's videos are incredibly staged, and I feel like he doesn't even try to hide it. The video starts with Unspeakable running away and blocking the cop's path with Legos. If this was a real video, it could have just ended right here. You know, if one of them were fast enough to catch up, they could easily push aside the Legos and get them, but instead they get away, board a private jet, and fly to Mexico. The cops also fly to Mexico, but they don't show it, which leads me to believe they also just took the private jet down with them. Anyway, the cops find the hotel Unspeakable is hiding at. They find them on the 5th floor, so the cops slowly go to that floor via an elevator, and Unspeakable goes to the ground floor.
These things are slower than my grandma, and she passed away.
That's pretty slow.
What if we take the stairs?
Where's the stairs?
Right here.
Fifth floor.
Wait, that says 5th floor right there.
That one's on 5. That one's on 5.
Come on.
If they're right there waiting for us, I'm punching.
Very thrilling chase. Then they just run for a while, going in and out of traffic, which is definitely safe. Do try this at home, kids. And then they approach 2 people on a motorcycle. Unspeakable says, "Can I pay you?" And then they hop on the back of the bikes and they drive off.
Get on these bikes.
Excuse me, sir. Hey, you. Let's go. Bye, Cedric. Go hide somewhere.
Alright, the cop then just takes someone else's bike. It's not really shown what he does to get this bike. Right. So the video is now a motorcycle chase through traffic. They bob and weave through cars, drive through red lights. You can hear car horns in this video, and they get incredibly close to pedestrians walking by.
Oh no. There he is!
I'm sure the motorcyclists may be professionals, Not that it's mentioned anywhere. But regardless, this looks incredibly unsafe. Meanwhile, in a Mr. Beast video, or a Ludwig video I guess, he penalizes a contestant for driving over the speed limit. I'm just gonna speedrun the rest of this video. The motorcycle chase ends with this obviously staged scene where they crash into a fruit stand. The cop calls a whole squad to help chase, but then they just walk like a bad horror movie villain half the time. You know, instead of actually trying to catch them. It's as if they're not even trying to make this video intense at all. It's like they just kind of give up every now and then. The rest is really just them running in different locations mixed with really bad gags.
Yes, yes, yes. I can steal a cop car again.
And honestly, imagine if a random pedestrian saw this guy leave the trunk of a cop car. This could easily cause a scene. Unspeakable then ends up at the top of a castle. The cops arrive at the base. They switch places just like with the hotel scene. It's just so obvious they did not have many ideas for this video. More running and hijinks go on. The chase goes to a subway, a canal, and ends with Unspeakable boarding his private jet, successfully escaping the cops. Or did they?
Bro, so I told the pilot, we're going to Dubai.
No way.
They're never gonna catch us across the entire world, bro.
I'm gonna need a new outfit then.
We're about to be in Saudi Arabia, boys.
Yeah, that's how the video ends. A lot of his videos are like this. It feels like he just thinks of a cool title that may or may not be original, but then they realize they have no ideas for what to actually do in the video. So they fill it with a bunch of seemingly exciting events, but are ultimately either repetitive or dangerous. This next video that we're going to look at isn't problematic like the last one was with its motorcycle scenes, but I believe it to be one of the most pointless and poorly executed videos on all of YouTube. It's called Using Invisibility to Cheat in Hide and Seek. Here the three guys and this random little girl are all playing hide and seek.
This is an invisible base. If we duck under, you can't see us.
Hate to break it to ya, but that is not invisible. In fact, I'm pretty sure you'd have more luck just hiding behind a tree. Even if your butt was sticking out and you were giggling, you'd have a better chance at winning than behind this somewhat reflective box. But yeah, you gotta get the clickbait from somewhere, so I get it.
All three of us ran in here. Who's finding us?
This is my hiding partner. Her name's Kaya. I know we're playing hide and seek, but who's gonna be the seeker?
I have no idea.
I'm trying to figure out who that little girl was. Is she like a fan?
So yeah, apparently these fully grown men are playing hide and seek with this little girl, not even knowing who she is. That's very normal. They also don't even know who the seeker is.
Who's gonna be the seeker?
I have no idea.
Don't you know it's my dad?
The seeker's your dad?
Mm-hmm.
Wait, who's your dad?
The Undertaker.
The what?
The Undertaker.
It's time to find my daughter.
Oh no, it's the 2-year retired 57-year-old ex-professional wrestler, The Undertaker. Watch out! Do the kids who watch this channel even know who he is?
I don't think these guys really understand what happens when I find my daughter.
What does happen when you find your daughter?
I don't think these guys really understand what happens when I find my daughter.
It's like he loses his daughter at a Walmart and then body slams the employee that finds her. Like, does he not know this is freaking hide and seek?
Whoa. I think I wrestled him once.
Yeah, so they never explain whatever the hell that was, and they never talk about where they're actually playing hide and seek. And yes, there's some other weird unexplained stuff they run into. Most of this video is The Undertaker walking around and lazily looking for them, while they just sit there, mostly playing phone games.
Boys companies. Might have been a bad decision for you, my friend.
This is the scariest thing I've ever done in my life. The fact that he can just pick me up and body slam me through that tree is so terrifying.
Please buy tickets to my Unspeakable live show before I get body slammed. Link in the description.
I have never seen a more forced self-promotion than that. Hi. Make sure you're subscribed and make sure you follow my Twitter, because I've noticed this number is way bigger than this number, and that makes me very sad. I really want another comma in my life, and that's all.
Nathan!
No! I've been found!
So now we know what happens when he finds his daughter. He just stands there and laughs.
You find anyone else?
Y'all the first ones.
Wait, we're the first ones.
How did you see us?
I don't know. How did he see you guys? I'm not making fun of the kid for asking that, but the funniest part of this whole video so far is that he ended up approaching from the side. So even if the structure did look invisible, it would not have mattered. The rest of the video is them searching for the last two people. They continue to build up the hype of the Undertaker throughout the entire thing as if he's actually going to hurt somebody, including when there's only one person left.
What I gotta do?
I don't know. Find him?
Find him. Find that.
Okay.
Oh man, he broke the obviously flimsy table. They better watch out. Also, the little girl is my favorite person in this video.
What I gotta do?
I don't know. Find him?
Find that.
Okay.
She's literally the only person who has made me laugh, and I don't even think she's trying.
We have two choices right now, and these are going to be probably the most important choices of your life. You can surrender peacefully, or I can drag you out.
Surrendering sounds good.
Surrendering sounds good!
Oh wowie, it's like the tension was artificial the entire time.
So you're not gonna beat me up?
Now if you hurry up and get out of here.
And that's the entire video. Is that not one of the most fake and pointless videos on this entire website? Everything from the clickbait to the searching to how the tension is done was handled so poorly. And I'm left asking myself, what were they even going for, and was there even an attempt made? Now that we know what his content is like, I want to quickly recap this video I made on Unspeakable a few weeks ago. Here I talk about how he promotes this very sketchy gaming website at the top of the description of his newer uploads. The website's full of sketchy ads and hosts games that are clearly complete ripoffs. For example, this is real footage of one of the games they host. The creator of this game essentially took Among Us, tweaked it to make it single player, and then gave it a new name. I suppose Unspeakable or somebody from his team saw that and said, yeah, let me put that on the page. There's a lot more similar examples on this website. Feel free to check out my last video for more context. But at the end of the day, the worst thing I saw on that website was this file that randomly downloaded without my consent while I was playing a game. It goes without saying that any file that just kind of downloads from a website like that is a huge red flag regardless of what the contents of the file actually are. And I got that after only going on the website for about an hour. So there could easily be worse things there. And the link to this website is at the top of the description in all of his new uploads, so that's lovely. On top of that, their very own game is clearly attempting to profit off of Minecraft's name and look. My main critique in that video is that this is a very immoral way to make money. Promoting this sketchy gaming website can obviously be harmful to his young audience. Before making that video, I was unfamiliar with who Unspeakable was. And while making that video, I only watched bits and pieces of a few different videos to get an idea of who he was and what his content was like. I should have watched more, but I didn't because I didn't think it was really relevant to the video I was making. In my video, I even mentioned how his videos were ultimately harmless, which is a statement I now retract. Also, Charlie ended up reacting to that video, so Charlie, if you see this, hi. So a lot of comments on that video were of people saying that it's sad to see how Unspeakable has changed for the worse. A lot of these people used to watch him and hate the direction his channel has taken. And of course the whole sketchy gaming website thing. Apparently he used to just be a Minecraft channel. But two comments in particular stood out to me. The first one was by Cemetery Girl, I'm glad your foot is feeling better. And for the second, I wasn't able to find the comment. But it was a timestamp to a clip I showed from one of Unspeakable's videos where they filled a lake full of these plastic balls and drove a boat through it. And the comment said something like, I hope they cleaned all of that up. And after reading that, I was like, huh. I hope so too. At this point, there was two things I knew about Unspeakable. He makes cringy videos and promotes this sketchy gaming website to his young audience. So then I was skeptical to whether or not he actually cleaned up the lake. I wanted to get to the bottom of this, so I found the video that the clip is from, and here's what I found.
And today we're going to attempt the impossible, filling an entire lake with ball pit balls. After hours of bags,
weeks of boxes.
I'm not sure what hours of bags or weeks of boxes means. I really hope it doesn't mean they spent weeks filling up the lake, but that's a lot of balls, so I think that's what they meant. This entire video is them playing in this lake filled with plastic balls. They bring out a lot of different vehicles and drive around in the lake. My favorite was the hovercraft from the clip I used. You can clearly see the wind of it sending balls just everywhere, making even more of a mess. I'm sure some got lost in that line of trees.
Just blew all the balls out of the water. Bro, I lost all my balls. There's literally balls in the street.
And of course they made as much of a mess as possible while filling up the lake. For instance, they drove this Jeep into a trash bag of them. There was also this part where they messed around swinging and jumping off of this construction vehicle, which I'm sure is safe. I'm exaggerating a bit here. The vehicle wasn't moving and this looks much more safe in general, but still not a good look in my opinion. Another bad look is the jet ski that started smoking.
Probably sucked up one of these balls and caught it on fire. R.I.P. jet ski. It's broken.
Anyway, the video is almost over. The last thing they do is get some kind of explosives and shoot them off underwater. I'm sure the fish loved that. Okay, but there's no reason for the explosion. It's there really just to be there. It doesn't even fit in with like the theme or overall premise of the video. It just happens and then the video ends.
Welcome to Unspeakable. Stay tuned for what's next.
The top comment on that video is, how does Unspeakable clean this? That's a very good question that I don't have the answer to. Nowhere in the video do they explain how they're going to clean the lake or if they're even going to. Aside from one part where he says he's going to take the balls from the video and put them into this auditorium in Texas for his live show. But I prefer if he explained the cleanup process outside of this self-promotion scene. It's just not convincing and he doesn't even explain the process. He just says the balls are gonna move to Texas. There's also no disclaimer to not do anything similar, including when they played on the machine and played with explosives. Another comment reads, bro, legit, this dude went from recording in a small mansion 3 to 4 years ago to a full island house with go-karts, sherp, speedboats, and an entire lake. Respect. This is small loan of $1 million vibes right here. Yeah, he's grown so much. Started from a small mansion to an island house. So inspirational. This isn't unspeakable bragging here, just a fan. But honestly, how is nobody in the comments concerned about any of this? I really want to say the answer is kids, but a 24-year-old with 5 million plus subscribers is dropping this comment, so I guess we're pretending there's no problems in the video. I'm sure some of you are positive they cleaned up all of those balls for one reason or another, but I'm not. He's uploaded 5 videos since that one, and in 3 of them, you can clearly see there are still balls in and around the lake. The only videos where you can't see the balls are the 2 videos that don't show the lake. I, of course, don't know the order of when they filmed these videos, so I don't know if we're seeing the aftermath of the lake video or if this is leading up to it. Either way, there's no way all of those videos were shot in one day. Loads of these plastic balls were in or around the lake way longer than they should have been. And maybe they're still there. I don't know. But what I do know is in his most recent video, there's one scene where they're above a lake running on treadmills as things like Legos, rubber balls, and feathers are being dumped on the treadmills.
Oh my god!
And if you know how treadmills work, you can easily guess where these objects are probably ending up. And at this point, I have no reason to assume any of this is being cleaned up.
Well, the power button doesn't even work.
It's not plugged in, you
idiot. Bro, look. Yeah, let's try a different trade.
Oh! Bro!
I mean, bro.
Honestly, I think it would still work.
It's broken.
All right, we're ready. Yo.
They also do a lot of dumb and dangerous stuff. Like in this video, they ride on top of a fire truck without any safety. At one point, they open the door for some reason and this guy gets hit with a tree branch. Sounds like a very easy way for a couple of untrained people to get knocked out of the top of a fire truck.
Oh yeah, of course. We're all about safety in the fire truck.
In this one, someone threw an axe at this metal pig. It ricochets to a place where it could have easily hurt someone. You know, that's okay. It was dumb to throw the axe in the first place, but we all make mistakes. But try to explain to me why they then immediately throw more axes at it.
Do you want to give it a throw, bro? Give it a throw. Oh! Oh!
That was a nice shot. Oh, yeah.
They have no regard for safety. They seem to be very destructive in general. I guess they just like to break things. In the same video with the pig, they break like 15 of these piggy banks for just one joke. While watching this video for the first time, I literally thought the joke was funny at the beginning when they broke just one pig, but then they just kept breaking them and breaking them and breaking them, and I just started thinking, is all of that necessary? I think we understand the joke right now. This video is incredibly wasteful. A lot of tools were needlessly broken in the pig video.
I don't think.
Are you done? I don't think it's supposed to look like that, man. You broke it.
No, it's good. It's not working. Hey! It's working!
The pig broke a chainsaw. We have failed to make breakfast sausage.
That kind of sucks. Oh, there it goes!
Goodness!
In the treadmill video I pointed out earlier, they also wasted a lot of food on the treadmills.
Oh, yes! Oh!
In this one video, they're setting traps for people to trip and slip on, which is a bit dangerous, especially since this video is full of people tackling each other. To this video's credit, they do say to not try this at home and say that it was performed by trained professionals. By the way, this is the only video out of the 9 I watched to have a disclaimer of any kind. Anyway, do you think it's fair for me to be skeptical of these guys being professionals? I mean, when you see their faces, they're usually smiling, and this is how good their acting is. Given the rest of the acting in Unspeakable's videos, maybe they told all the robbers to act all goofy because, you know, this is made for kids after all. Or maybe they just got their friends to be in this video. We haven't seen a lot of professionalism by Unspeakable so far, but I'm not drawing any conclusions one way or another. They do have the budget and ability to hire real actors, but we've also seen them do some very stupid things themselves. I want you guys to come to your own conclusion on how you feel about this, but no matter how you slice it, professional or not, they're breaking a lot of glass, people are falling, slipping down the stairs and getting tackled left and right. They break this garage door and a part of it almost falls on somebody's head. Professional or not, this is a kid's YouTube channel that we're watching, not Jackass. They also decided to waste hot dogs and Tide Pods for no real reason. Like, they wasted a lot of lube here, but it at least made sense with the context of the video. But what's the point of this? In another video, they waste a bunch of M&Ms in a bathtub. He then tells a kid to jump into it, and he does the same thing right after. Like, what could possibly go wrong jumping into a shallow pit with hardly any cushion? To be fair, this video was uploaded around the same exact time of the TwitchCon event, so there's no way he could have known about that. This was just bad timing, but stupid regardless. I didn't know where to talk about this, but in one of the videos, he implies that these 3 people only have 24 hours left to live. But right after he says that, he asks this kid a question implying it's hypothetical.
I got 3 people, and they get $1 every second for their last 24 hours on Earth.
If today was your last day on planet Earth, what would you do?
He doesn't even mention which is the reality until the end of the video.
Also, these people aren't actually dying. They have more than 24 hours left to live. Just want to put that out there.
I don't think this is specifically bad. I assume most people understand that they're not actually going to die in a day. I just don't understand how or why this video was made this way. It's more confusing yet funny than anything else. I know while watching this video, it's easy to just laugh at Mr. Cringy YouTuber over here who has a gaming channel with thumbnails that look like this, but I hope the biggest takeaway is that uploading dangerous content like this is not okay for a young audience of his size. Yes, I do notice that they wear safety goggles and do take proper precaution in many scenes, but so many of their videos lack any kind of real structure or depth, so oftentimes they just resort to being dumbasses. Some of their most common go-tos for filling time in these videos are breaking things, wasting food, and messing around with vehicles of all sizes. It's probably only a matter of time before someone gets hurt if they keep doing what they're doing. I know not every video of theirs is completely bad, but these moments really start to add up, and remember, I've only looked at 9 videos in this video. The goal of this video is to hopefully get them to realize they need to switch up what they're doing. They have the money and the resources to take proper precautions, and maybe they need a creative creative director that can help with less wasteful and destructive ideas. And of course, I would love it if they could finally clean up that lake and also remove or seriously rework their gaming website. To reiterate what I said at the beginning of this video, I am not trying to cancel, deplatform, or send hate to Unspeakable. I do not hate him or anybody on his team. Please do not go send hate to him or harass him in any way. For full transparency, yes, I am aware that I will be getting views and money from this video. This is my job after all. But even if I wasn't getting any subscribers from this or any money at all, I would still be talking about this in some fashion. I don't think I would have put a week's worth of work into the video, but I still think it's important that people understand what this massive creator is doing and all of the harm that goes along with it. Also, I really tried to be fair in this video. If you think I said anything unfair or missed something important, let me know. I'm not positive on what the reception of this video is going to be. Maybe I'm overreacting, or maybe everybody agrees with me. But regardless, if there's any updates on this topic, I will be talking about it here on this channel. That's all I got for now. Thank you for watching, and I hope you all have a fantastic Tuesday.